Did you know that Canada, despite being the second largest country globally with vast natural resources, has a GDP per capita that's 25% lower than the USA's and nearly 10% lower than Germany's and Australia's? Interesting, isn't it? Canada's untapped economic potential is vast, yet it faces significant challenges in unlocking its full capabilities. So what factors contribute to Canada's economic standing? Why does it lag behind its peers? Now, let's find out, shall we? Canada's strategic location next to the United States is both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, being the United States' neighbor has its perks. The proximity allows for easy access to the world's largest market, promoting cross-border trade. It's like living next door to a bustling supermarket. You always have a market ready for your goods. On the flip side, this geographic closeness also presents a challenge. The gravitational pull of the American economy often draws away talent and investment, leaving Canada grappling with brain drain and capital flight. It's akin to the supermarket shoppers bypassing your homegrown produce for the flashier imported goods. Moreover, Canada's vast size, while awe-inspiring, poses infrastructural and logistic hurdles. Imagine having a gigantic farm but limited means to transport your harvest to the market. As a result, despite its geographical advantages, Canada's GDP per capita is considerably lower than the United States, Germany, and Australia. It seems geography alone isn't enough to boost Canada's economy. What else could be contributing to the drag? Canadian workers produce just over 70% of what American workers can. Why is that? Well, it's a complex issue rooted in several factors. Firstly, productivity in Canada has long been a challenge, with its growth rate closer to Italy's rather than Germany's or the USA's. This is despite the country's wealth of natural resources. Secondly, free trade agreements, while intended to bolster economic growth, have struggled due to regulatory burdens and increased foreign competition. This has led to a lack of significant economic uplift. Finally, internal trade barriers act as a near 7% tariff on goods. This not only hampers internal trade, but also inhibits economic growth. In essence, Canada's productivity puzzle is multifaceted, and solving it is no small task. So poor productivity is a major issue, but what potential does Canada have for economic transformation? Canada's attractiveness for immigrants contributes to population growth, surpassing other G7 members. Now, this is a double-edged sword. On one hand, we have a burgeoning population, a vibrant workforce, and a melting pot of diverse ideas. On the other hand, we're seeing a paradoxical decline in per capita GDP since the third quarter of 2022. What's going on? Well, it's tied to that old spectre, productivity. As the population grows, we're not seeing a corresponding increase in per capita output. This is perhaps the most frightening part of recent Canadian economic data. But let's not forget Canada's vast resources. Copper, nickel, you name it. These aren't just shiny trinkets, they're the building blocks for a new, greener world. As the globe transitions towards cleaner energy, Canada is sitting on a gold mine of trade opportunities, so the potential for transformation is there. But what are the culprits behind Canada's lagging productivity? Many factors contribute to Canada's productivity gap, such as insufficient investments, a decrease in R&D spending, and the large number of small firms. Let's analyze this further. One of the reasons Canada's productivity is behind is due to insufficient investments in non-residential structures, machinery, and equipment, which impacts the efficiency of labor. Also, a decrease in research and development spending has resulted in a deficiency in innovations, which is obstructing the technological advancements needed to increase productivity. In addition, the large number of small firms in output and employment also contribute to the productivity shortfall. These firms often don't have the necessary funding to invest in advanced technologies or skills training, which affects overall productivity. Looking at the future, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has predicted a less than optimistic outcome for Canada. They have projected a continuous decrease in real GDP per capita until the year 2024, with Canada lagging behind other OECD members in growth until 2060. It's clear that Canada faces significant challenges, but what do you think? Now, it's over to you. Can Canada overcome productivity challenges and become an economic giant? We'd love to hear your opinions. This vast, resource-rich nation has an immense potential that remains largely untapped. Yet, the journey to prosperity is fraught with obstacles. Notably, the productivity conundrum. It's a fascinating topic, and we're eager to hear your insights. Don't forget to subscribe, comment a pineapple emoji, and like the video to support the channel. Otherwise, take care, bye.